I'm trying to
made a
record.
good call going to a border town
Oh,
because
thanks,
the
man.
kingdom is soon planning to seal its borders.
Die.
Once Mukoda gets to Keels, he finds out that the
Did
king
you have a
has
wolf
banned
pelt?
further carriage services, and a few soldiers tell him that the king is always trying to
Oh,
start
yeah.
wars without reason. Mukoda feels glad that he decided
I
to
thought
leave
you
to
left
invade his
yourself out,
country,
so
but wonders how to escape without a
there's
ride.
no
He visits an
random
adventurers
wolf
guild
pelt
and
around.
asks for some bodyguards, and the receptionist tells him he'll need to offer
We got a
some
kid, Mom. We got a kid.
Mukoda feels surprised by the price, but decides it's better
Woo.
to pay than get trapped in a war-torn
Stop
country.
it,
The
you
receptionist
ugly
accepts his
wolf.
payment and introduces him to the adventurer Werner, who tells him that his party is
The
ready to
ugly
leave
little
the next
wolf
morning.
made me
The
drop
next
the
day,
kid.
Mukoda sets out for the Kingdom of Venus with Werner's party.
The
and they
kid's
take a break after
freed.
traveling some distance as Mukoda sets up his kitchen to cook. The
But I killed
adventurers
him
feel
and I picked him
surprised
up.
by his magical storage and foreign
So now
equipment.
the
He
little
serves them
child
some
is
fresh
saved.
sandwiches, which they all find incredibly delicious. Werner feels guilty for getting luxurious food for free, but Mukoda tells him it's not a big deal for him. Seeing his friendly response, Werner nods and promises not to poke his nose into Mukoda's secrets.
I got another bandage,
Runs
Mom.
into some bug monsters on the way. Mukoda jumps in fear as a bunch of bug guts land near him, and a party member informs Werner that there's a hungry boar on
I
the
found a
way.
ruby
Werner's
chest.
team turns the boar into a bunch of pork chops, and Mukoda stores all its meat in his magic storage. Then he prepares some special pork soup for them. Feels their energy
Oh my
recharging
goodness, oh
from the
my
hearty
goodness,
food.
oh my
Mukoda
goodness.
wonders why his food is restoring their energy, since he just cooked
I got a chainsaw.
He uses his appraisal skill to check everyone and spits out his own soup. Shocked that his food actually is giving the adventurers a huge stat buff. Thinking that his otherworldly ingredients could also have hidden side effects, Mukoda decides to keep his food sources secret to avoid being turned into a slave. While everyone chows away, a pair of green eyes silently stalks them in the night. The next day, Mukoda
That's
cooks
fine.
everyone a heavy dish of fried pork, which they instantly devour. However, their joy is short-lived as the legendary Fenrir beast appears behind Mukoda. The giant wolf uses its aura points to threaten Mukoda into giving it food, but loses them all as it starts chomping on them like a starving puppy. Mukoda panics while quickly whipping up more batches of meat to satisfy the hungry dog. After emptying all
I also got a
the
med
Mukoda's
kit.
food mart, Fenrir stops eating and tells Mukoda that he's surprised he could satisfy it with such a small amount of food. Fenrir tells the exhausted cook that it wants to form a contract with him, but Mukoda feels worried about befriending such a dangerous creature. He tries to decline Fenrir's
Die, wolf,
offer, but the
die.
wolf keeps interrupting him, making it clear that he isn't asking for his consent. Mukoda then asks Werner and his scared teammates if it's a good idea to trust the wolf, and finally accepts Fenrir's offer as they nod their heads. Fenrir then calls over Mukoda and presses its head against them, which creates a glowing light that signs their partnership contract. Once the contact is done, Fenrir proudly sits down to rest and orders Mukoda to cook 3 meals for him every day, leaving him completely
Hi.
starved. Then Fenrir asks for
I'm
a new
back.
nickname, and Mukoda gives it a
Look
dog
what I
named
got.
Bob. However, the wolf feels offended that it's getting treated like a house pet and settles for the name Fel.
Yay,
After
we have
settling down
5
from their shock,
levels.
the group starts traveling again, and everyone wonders how they'll enter the border with the massive beast following them. Werner thinks that the Venan royalty
Mom, don't worry,
will
I
follow
got
Mukoda,
this.
who feels frustrated
I'll be
that
right
he's not
back.
getting someone's attention. Later, they all settle down for lunch, and Fenrir demands his portion from Mukoda. He
Don't
tells
worry,
the
I
wolf to
got
get
this.
its own meat since he doesn't have any ingredients left, and Fel
It's only been a few days and
Werner's team
we
is
are doing
surprised
so
that Mukoda
well.
would casually order
You know what this
legendary
means?
meat around, but he
When I
reminds
get
them
back, we're gonna
it's
have a
only there that
party.
Fel gets the
Party,
ingredients he
party,
wants to eat.
party.
Soon, Fel returns with a powerful B-rank rock bird
Do you have a
that
leather
Werner's party
body?
can only dream of touching. Mukoda
Okay.
asks Fel if he can keep the other parts of the bird, and the wolf tells him he can sell everything else as long as the meat ends up in his belly. With his approval, the team skins the bird, and Mukoda cooks the
Okay.
party's lunch. Fel starts getting impatient that he has to wait, but Mukoda reminds him that the giant
Don't
portions
worry.
take the longest to cook. After finishing
Do you have a
lunch,
good sack?
everyone starts moving towards the border.
Okay, so
Mukoda's
oh, you
teammates
don't
wonder
have
how
the
the king
leather
will
body?
react to Fel, who is rumored to
Okay.
have destroyed his entire country out of rage when they finally reach Venan. Mukoda notices the border guards panicking because of Fel, and Werner leaves to explain their situation to them. However, they all end up getting detained by the border guards. The guard captain asks
I got a
if
gun.
is under Mukoda's control, who asks his pet to explain that he doesn't mean any harm. Fel tells the captain that he won't attack the Vegan Kingdom if they don't harm his master. So the captain finally allows everyone to enter.
Ow.
Once they're in,
Aw.
warns Mukoda that the
Man.
Vegan Kingdom will investigate him because of
I
his
fell into a
actions.
pile of
Mukoda
spears
feels upset
and
so much attention
two
and
awfuls
says
were chasing
he
me,
wants to travel the
and I
world
was
to
about to
sightsee
heal,
again.
but I was slowed down, so they killed me.
Adventurer or merchant license. Mukoda thinks about becoming a merchant, but a party member
Well,
reminds
I
him
explained my
that the
situation.
Adventurer Guild services to butcher all the monster Fenrir hunts. However, the mage tells
You didn't
Mukoda
look.
that he can
Wait,
just
it didn't
register
tell you?
both guilds at the same time before they start heading into town. Soon, an annoying
Please
servant
come
tries
rescue
to
me.
invite Mukoda to meet his master, and he tries to refuse. However, the servant keeps pestering him to come along, so Fel threatens to obliterate his master's entire bloodline, which finally sends him running away. Werner thinks that the noble family might take action against Mukoda, but the mage reminds him that even the entire human army can't defeat Fel. One team member thinks that only a dragon can fight as Fel's equal, and the Fenrir nods, saying that his last fight with a dragon was an even match. After Werner's team finishes glazing Fel, he asks Mukoda to sign their job request completion, and he writes his name on the paper. Werner tells him that they'll go their own ways from here, and they say goodbye to each other. Once they all leave, Mukoda walks to the Merchant Guild, planning to sell the loot from Fel's hunts over there. As he walks into the
Thank you,
guild,
Mom.
everyone feels stunned by the oversized husky following him. He asks the attendant for registration, and she explains that the Merchant Guild is independent of any country. Then she informs Mukoda
I might
that
be
the
really
guild is
hungry.
5 ranks from iron to mythical, before giving him an iron card to set
Mom,
up his
over there's your
portrait.
leather body.
Mukoda takes the card and leaves after telling the receptionist
Do you want
that
to take
he'll
the
come
med
back
kit?
to sell his loot to her. Outside, he
You're-
parks his wolf in a stable while making
Yay,
lunch
now
for
you
both
have
of
a
them. This
body.
time, Mukoda puts some steak sauce in Fel's meat, which he enjoys a lot. Then, Mukoda puts a different sauce on the next serving, and Fel gets surprised that the same meat can taste so different with just another sauce. He tries a bunch of different sauces before settling for a nice garlic sauce. After feeding his partner, Mukoda makes a bowl of steak rice for himself and starts to eat.
The ram.
Fel also gets interested in the rice. Fel
You want me to
eats
save?
the rice, but
I'm going to go save you.
to make some more
Where are
for
you?
himself. He feels grateful that the online delivery skill lets him enjoy good food in a boring world.
Leave her alone.
After dinner, then Mukoda
No,
remembers to prepare
Mom.
something for
How?
us. The next day,
I'm
Mukoda
going-
heads back to the Merchant Guild, where he shows the receptionist
I'm here to save
look
you.
inside the bag and
No, I won't.
steak. The receptionist
Yeah.
soon returns and takes him to a private room where the guild master reveals that his salt and pepper are of such high quality that they can sell them to royal
Nope.
family. The guild master offers to buy all of Mukoda's goods and asks where he got them from, but he awkwardly tries
Dropped
to
him.
keep his secret. Noticing Mukoda's hesitation, the guild master stops asking and offers 10 gold coins for his goods. Mukoda is
Not
shocked
on my
since he bought his
watch.
spices for only a few copper coins, but the guild master mistakes his silence for dissatisfaction with the price. He raises his offer to 15
As long as I
coins
save
for
you,
every
I will be
and
fine.
Mukoda finally accepts, realizing he's discovered an infinite
I
money
care
glitch.
about you.
After getting the gold coins, Mukoda heads for the Adventurers Guild and begins
No.
registering himself. The receptionist
And-
gives him the lowest rank card
I-
before explaining
I wanted to save you.
one quest per month if he wants to
I just wanted to save you.
and accepts an easy-going quest to gather some
Aw.
medicinal flowers for the month. A few days later, Mukoda
Little
goes outside the
cookies.
gate and stretches his arms
Bye.
to gather herbs